Hey everyone, it's Maureen Hancock, and today I want to talk about the best way to prepare your client for a reading. So whether or not you are a working medium or hoping to be, and even if you're just going to do some connections for family and friends, it's a really good idea to help them get prepared for the session. People come in frazzled, they're nervous, they don't know what to expect. And you start with telling them, here's how the session's going to go. I'm going to hear some information, I'm going to feel things, I'm going to see things. I'm going to interpret them the best I can, but there may be some things that you'll understand later that you don't right now. So many people have their own expectations when they come into a session of who they want to hear from, what they want them to say to prove it, and basically how the session's going to run for them. And you start by saying, listen, we both don't have control over what's going to happen here. It's up to spirit. And I'm going to bring through the strongest first, and I will leave time for questions that you might have. And I just want you to know that sometimes the person that you're hoping for doesn't come through. Now it's up to you that you can at the end ask them, is there anyone else you're hoping to connect with? And that's really individual. I can do it, not everyone can do that. I like to offer that, and I try to breathe, raise it up from the crown. I ask everybody to step aside. I ask for the person they're hoping for to come forward. And so I always say, I can try, but I can't guarantee anything because this is a very particular process. So you go into that and tell them that the more nervous they are, the harder it is to connect. So you want to do an opening meditation, and I'm going to do it with you right now. So you tell them, listen, I want you to relax, take some deep belly breaths, close your eyes, loosen your shoulders, relax. You'd be surprised how many voices we'll both hear when you're more relaxed and you're in a place to receive. And so you tell them, I want you to imagine that all the muscles in your face are just dripping and relaxing like an icicle. Your shoulders fall down each vertebrae. You're feeling all those muscles start to relax right down your arms, your fingers, through your low back, both legs, through your feet, and out your toes. Letting go of anything that no longer serves you today or isn't going to be helpful for connecting to spirit. And now I want you to imagine all your loved ones in spirit gathered around you. Maybe you're at the beach, you're on top of a mountain, you're in the rainforest, and you're asking them to step forward. You're asking them to be clear today for the communication so that we all understand what they're trying to get across, the messages, the validations, and tell them to go one at a time. And then nice deep breath. We're going to surround this with love, healing, and grace. And I'm going to ask you to open your eyes, and then you start the process. And maybe you take their hands, take some deep breaths, and you just say, in your head, I'd like spirit to come forward. I'd like spirit to come in one at a time and to be as clear as you can. Slow down your energy. Relax your energy so that I can connect. Take a few deep breaths. And then you start to feel things. You might feel the quickening, so you'll feel like a cool breeze, shivers coming up and down your legs, and then spirit is ready to make the connection. And just start with, come closer, repeat what you're saying, make it very obvious to me. Any names, information, who are you, how did you pass, do you have any children, what are your hobbies, what did you like to do here on earth, what did you do for work, what describes you best, what is a message for this person I'm sitting with, what do you need to tell them, what's it like where you are, show me a scene, who are you with, and then start to have others come forward after you've validated that first spirit coming through. And you may just hear like Jimmy, and you say, I keep hearing the name Jimmy. And they say, oh, that's my uncle. So then finish that connection, because that means that Jimmy's starting to make an appearance. Jimmy, come closer. Can everyone else step aside? Tell me some things about you. All the questions that I talked about. So you're doing the CERT method. Characteristics. What does this person look like if you do see? I don't usually see. What are some identifying factors? Any tattoos, scars on the face, things they like to wear, maybe a certain baseball hat. Those are defining characteristics. And then evidence. How many are you one of? How many kids? Do you have any children? What are their names? What did you do for work? What did you do for hobbies? Those kinds of things. That's the evidence. How did you pass? Let me feel it. And then go into the R, relaying the message. What is the message for the sitter? What do you want to tell them? It might come in as a feeling, oh, it just feels like, they're not sick anymore, and they're thanking you for the care you gave to them, and now they're showing me everything you did for them, and they're telling me that, you're going to get a new job next month, or you're in a relationship, or whatever the message may be. And then the T is tying it all together. We've talked about this before. So you do a recap. This is who came through. This is some of the things that they told me. Here was the message. And then a final closing thought. Something that, you want to close out your connection in a beautiful, healing way. Like, I just need you to know that they're always with you, that they hear you, even when you can't hear them back. Give some pointers on being able to connect, keeping a notebook next to their bed, asking for a dream. May not come when they ask. But if you think of somebody before you go to sleep at night, sometimes they pop in the dream. And talk about things that they can do going forward to help heal their grief or keep the grief process going. Where in a healthy way. Like, okay, so, you have this beautiful shrine. Know that they're with you even when you can't get to their grave spot. Watch for the birds, butterflies, dragonflies. Get out in nature. Take yoga. Do Tai Chi. Pray. Do some things that'll help you clear your mind so that you can be a more open channel to spirit. Then you thank your sitter. Thank you for allowing me to be your overseas operator, and I wish you so much love from the heavens above. And that's your reading in a nutshell.